Riots, unrest, fuel shortages, political upheaval. It's certainly been a rough few months in Papua New Guinea. With the rising cost of living and inflation, many in the capital are struggling. The economic impact is clear to see here at Port Moresby's busy Boroko market, where many of the city residents come here to buy their essentials.
Morning, you're right.
Yes, me alright. Jacinta's been working here at the market for 7 years.
So me look at life plumbing and I'm hard like so. Time Mr. Laos na me aram sem. Also what was the sister been talking. Boroko market been open, so me come mix one plus space. Me sit down now me market. So me market 2017 come now. Come lo na me lo so 2019 na COVID been back him now. Me pla lucy market na me pla go back in.
Even since the markets reopened, Jacinta's barely staying afloat.
Customer no buy. So money was a miss spending 300 kina lo buy one back kai also cost him was 300 120 130 na miss afford this all kai na come lining or customer no buy. So this all money blow me am fire. People are thinking school beginning, people are thinking house, next time people bus fare, people are come buy KG, and this time really life am go. Me pla feel myself hard like me pla. So what me pla holy mem. Sometimes me pla losing market, me losing market style house, depend on financial problem.
It's the same story for mother of two, Erica, who says she often has no choice but to borrow money from loan sharks.
Me say giving back money doll back this la kind but some bad time also no hard na about them say stop nothing laos corona some me got some of friends or family na about but me go ask him na some me say market back and la kind.
January 10th was a reminder of the risks of doing business here as thousands of people stormed shops, looted and burned stores to the ground.
Stop and Shop is officially on fire.
Police officers walking off the job to protest issues with their pay are believed to have sparked the unrest. In the aftermath, Prime Minister James Marape said businesses had lost more than 200 million Australian dollars. One of the city's main supermarket and pharmacy chains sustained more than 40 million Australian dollars in damages, and 2 stores were destroyed. While the business is slowly recovering, many of their shops may not reopen.
You suddenly faced with a business that's lost 1/3 of the revenue. Yeah. So it's had a huge and devastating impact on the business as a whole. We had to provide counseling services for more than 300 staff because emotionally they were so badly affected by this. A lot of them on that day thought they were not going to survive the event.
Aside from the emotional scars, hundreds of CPL staff had to be redeployed. Soon after the riots, the government began work on an assistance package. Months later, this CPL store was the first recipient, but lots more are still pleading for money to compensate damages.
The suppliers need a payment to survive too. It's a roll-on impact. If we don't pay the suppliers, they start to struggle.
There's also frustration. Those responsible have largely avoided punishment. Despite arrests, a slow and fractured justice system hasn't brought any alleged looters to trial. And as for politics, Prime Minister James Marape's so far evaded threats of a no-confidence vote. Meanwhile, the annual inflation rate is sitting at 5%.
This is about cost of living pressures that Papua New Guinean families are facing today.
A few months ago, the country's main fuel supplier, Puma Energy, closed temporarily, sparking fears of a national crisis. The government scrambled to shore up supply.
So we have to go in a queue.
For the country's taxi drivers already competing in a crowded market, fuel issues are an added frustration.
So we have to try hard and hard during the day. Even some of us, we don't sleep, we walk in the night. In the afternoon, we eat and stay at home, and then when the time hits up to 7, 8 o'clock, we come out on road again.
With still more recent price hikes, these drivers face escalating challenges. But like everyone else we spoke to, Paul says he's finding ways to survive.
My kids are educated, they have to go to the school, I have to give their allowance money, and this one I have to think first. So when I run the cab, I have to put some money for my kids, my food's at home.
Back at the market, sellers are getting on with things. And amidst the hardship are stories of resilience, survival, and hope.
Especially me all mama, all women. Kind of some example, SMA group mama or association. Time plus style association. Me pla style association and pla right one pla pass or this law government must look silo me pla. Supporting me pla SMA work pla me pla, market work pla me pla so.
Misa tili masa. Misa fani hard but hamara them life ya. Bami kago garden blemi so bami go we. Misa still stop yet.